The woman suddenly realized she had been locked out of the kitchen. Every door was shut tight, and no matter how hard she tried, none of them would open. It was clear her rival had planned this, making sure she couldn't take part in the competition. She could only stand outside, watching as the other contestants finished their dishes one after another. By the time she was finally allowed inside, the kitchen was completely empty, and she was left there alone, unsure of what to do next. Meanwhile, all the contestants had already brought their dishes to the grand hall, where the king and the judges were waiting. When her rival noticed the empty seat, she couldn't hide her satisfaction. Just as the head judge was about to declare her absent, the woman suddenly appeared, carrying her dish. Everyone turned in surprise. What exactly had she prepared? When she opened the lid, there was nothing but a small bowl of salt. The king and his ministers were stunned, while the other contestants burst into laughter. Compared to the elaborate meals around her, her dish looked completely ridiculous. The king's mother calmly asked, "What is the meaning of this?" The woman replied gently, "Salt is the most essential part of any meal. No matter how fine a dish is, without salt, it has no flavor. The king is like salt, bringing warmth and care to his people. That is why I present him with salt." Her words moved the king deeply, and he rewarded her on the spot. However, the head judge insisted she had broken the rules and removed her points. Still, out of respect for the king's decision, she was allowed to advance to the next round. For the next challenge, the head judge prepared something extremely difficult. Guards were even placed around to prevent anyone from discovering the question ahead of time. When the task was revealed, it turned out to be a painting, and the contestants were asked to explain its meaning. After a quick glance, most of them immediately began writing their answers. The head judge watched confidently, but the woman didn't rush. Instead, she studied the painting carefully, paying attention to every detail. She sensed that something about the question wasn't as simple as it seemed. After everyone else had finished, she finally began to write. While others described the painting as peaceful and joyful, she saw something entirely different. To her, it reflected hardship and suffering. A woman in the painting was tearing apart her own home just to gather firewood, and a man was selling his livestock to pay heavy taxes. In the end, when the results were announced, hers was the only answer that was correct, and she won the round.